Welcome viewers to Historical Journeys. A group of divers is looking over the ancient landscape of a Mexican sinkhole, which is deep beneath the sparkling blue surface. Out of nowhere, a lady detects a dull spot on the base far underneath. Swimming nearer, she finds the entry to a long neglected cavern and finds a secretive curio concealed inside its walls. 1,000-year-old curio uncovered in a sinkhole in Mexico has researchers humming. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. It only takes a second, and you won't miss any of our future videos. Let's get started. Sometime in the past, this sinkhole would have remained on the edges of Chichen Itza, an extraordinary city built by the Maya civilization. What's more, this relic found 15 feet down inside a sinkhole is one of the most surprising privileged insights of all, dissimilar to anything that archaeologists have found previously. It is believed to be many centuries old, and its discovery has provided new insights into the enigmatic Maya people. At its pinnacle, Maya culture extended across huge wraps of Mesoamerica, including what are currently the nations of Mexico, Honduras, Belize, El Salvador, and Guatemala. In any case, however, the remnants of their extraordinary urban communities can in any case be seen hundreds of years after the fact. Much about these baffling individuals stays obscure even today. Authorities on the matter agree. The primary Maya towns arose in around 1800 BC. Their individuals developed yields like cassava, maize, and beans, and their progress began to flourish. As their numbers expanded, they built strict networks that would ultimately develop to turn into the urban communities of a rambling domain. The Maya had fabricated a few urban areas across Mesoamerica, come 200 promotion, aggressive in scope, and shockingly progressed regarding metropolitan preparation, as well as spots of love. These cities flaunted great squares and royal residences, transcending pyramids, and even rural areas associated by streets to the principal city. Then the Maya culture entered its pinnacle period. Throughout the following 700 years, the realm would develop to envelop around 40 urban areas, with the capital being named in what's currently Guatemala. During this period, some accept that the domain might have comprised of upwards of 10 million individuals, yet the Maya, similar to all old developments, would ultimately fall towards the finish of the 8th 100 years. Their incredible urban communities started to decline, abandoned to spoil as the occupants escaped. Toward the start of the 10th 100 years, the cities in the southern pieces of the domain were abandoned, leaving a couple of separated networks in the north. So what became of the enormous Maya empire? Although the majority of experts believe that a combination of factors contributed to its decline, the exact cause of its decline is still unknown. Some say that the depleted landscape simply couldn't support a lot of people. At a certain point, specialists accept an ecological catastrophe, presumably a dry season, pushed the generally striving Maya to the mark of elimination, yet they weren't totally cleared out. Furthermore, in urban communities, for example, Chichen Itza, nearly 400 miles more than the capital, a title the way of life, kept on flourishing until the 13th 100 years. At the point when the Spanish turned up in the 16th 100 years, however, even these excess urban communities were nevertheless shadows of their previous selves. Furthermore, as the conquerors coincidentally found them, they saw as minimal more than congested ruins. The enduring Maya, in the meantime, had accumulated into more modest settlements, rehearsing farming and living essentially off the land. While the Maya are thought of as by quite a few people to be a lost progress, from Mexico to Guatemala, and past, the remainders of a few extraordinary urban communities can in any case be seen drawing guests from across the globe. A significant number of these locales are situated in the Yucatan promontory, an enormous outcrop of land covering exactly 70,000 square miles of cutting-edge Mexico, Guatemala, and Belize. When the core of the Maya realm, it was home to Chichen Itza, as well as Coba, once a significant vehicle place, and the walled city of Tulum, which brags a number stone highways for well north of 100 years. The Yucatan landmass has invited those inquisitive to advance additional about the Maya, from archaeologists to the travelers of the cutting-edge period. However, its extensive pre-Hispanic history now poses a real threat, as it was revealed in 2018 that construction on a new tourist trail network would begin. Named the Maya Train, the Yucatan Peninsula will soon be accessible via this new route, which will connect historic ruins to other well-known attractions like beaches. The aggressive development project, however, will slice through a scene-rich and Maya legacy, and some are worried that this will unleash destruction with delicate archaeological destinations. Yet, it would be confusing assuming that a venture like the Maya Train, which is intended to help the travel industry improvement in the locale achieve the obliteration of the very legacy that could be of extraordinary touristic potential. And keeping in mind that some have looked for court decisions to hold the work, state-supported archaeologists have been reviewing the land that will be impacted by the Maya Train. Furthermore, in that space alone, which covers simply a negligible portion of the Maya Train's expected length, they acquired a lot of understanding into the civilization that once flourished with the Yucatan promontory. Take, for instance, the intricate instances of Maya engineering uncovered at various locales, or the assortment of ceremonial items uncovered in the district, which traverses a region from grounds in the north to Chiapas in the south. Both the resolute archaeological curios and the portable ones extend the information about day-to-day existence and exchange and social trade relations that existed hundreds of years prior in the Mayan region. The Inuit group made sense of in an October 2021 proclamation, as deciphered by CNN, with the exhuming still in their beginning phases. More disclosures are surely set to be made. Then, at that point, October 2021, the Inward Gathering made another announcement itemizing their most recent finds. While reviewing this region, the group headed by specialists Jose Francisco Isari, Gracious Leon, and Manuel Perez Rivas recognized various critical elements. According to the Ana Historic Well report, in addition to a rejoice out of a local term for a deep valley, they also discovered a cenote, which is a type of pit filled with water. Commonly, cenotes are framed when water breaks down limestone over the long run, making profound sinkholes underneath the surface. During Mayan times, specialists accept these arrangements were a fundamental piece of life in the difficult territory. As a matter of fact, cenote at times offered the principal admittance to new water accessible to Mayans occupying the Yucatan promontory. Furthermore, this specific water source found near Chichen Itza would probably have been a significant site for the residents of this rambling city. As per Helena Barber-Minique from the Inna group, a gathering of jumpers visited the cenote and started dropping into the profundities underneath. I saw that 5 meters underneath the flow water level, there was a dim engraving on the stone wall, which was somewhere in the range of 60 and 90 centimeters, Minique made sense of in the proclamation. Yet, that wasn't all. As per the assertion, the group then found a cavern at the profundity of the engraving, and inside they saw what they at first accepted to be the storage compartment of a tree. The group quickly realized that this was not at all a tree trunk. As per reports, specialists have provided the kayak with a temporary date of around 900 promotion during a period known as the terminal work of art. Close to this time, the urban communities in the south of the domain had started to decline, while spots, for example, Chichen Itza, filled in importance, populace, and abundance. Was it then a displaced person from the south who'd rowed this kayak out into the cenote just to a band tended in a far-off cave? Or maybe an old veteran of Chichen Itza plan on making a proposing to the spirits that dwelled in the profound. As indicated by the assertion, the kayak's a little more than 5 feet in length and just 2.5 feet across. Beforehand reports state archaeologists have revealed pieces of Mayan boats in spots like Belize and Guatemala, as well as somewhere else on the Yucatan promontory. Yet, as per the assertion, the main kayak of this kind is finished tin, so very much protected in the Mayan region. They hope to determine a more precise date range for the Mayan canoe by testing the natural rings in the ancient wood. As per the assertion, These investigations ought to likewise uncover the specific types of tree that was utilized to build the kayak, revealing further insight into the scene of Chichen Itza at that point. In addition, they plan to test the substances that were attached to the craft's bottom and determine the precise geology of the location where it was found. Right now, however, there are no designs to raise the kayak to the surface. Curiously, the kayak wasn't the main Mayan relic recovered by an adequate number of archaeologists in San Andres. The statement says that a human skeleton wedged 160 feet below the surface and a similar ceramic figure were discovered during an investigation of the historic well. As a matter of fact, the valley was host to an entire scope of relics, including a kind of stone landmark known as a stele and blade, and an incense burner dating from between 1200 and 1500 promotion. Evidently, these may have been broken intentionally prior to being reassembled, likely during a function of some sort or another. What's more, presently, specialists accept that the whole San Andres region may whenever have played host to various Mayan customs. It's obvious that here services were performed on account of the deliberately cracked pottery, yet additionally in view of the charcoal remaining parts that show their openness to fire, and the manner by which they put stones on top of them to cover the mynique, made sense of, while investigation of antiquities, for example, the kayak, go on in situ, different bones and earthenware production have been eliminated from San Andres and shipped to the Chichen Itza of archaeological focus. Thanks for watching. If you want to stay updated with our latest videos, subscribing is the way to go. Just click that red button below and become a part of our channel family.